welcome to This Explainer. Today we're diving straight into a complete start-to-finish breakdown of a truly paradigm-shifting seminar. And we're going to explore a deeply provocative idea that your physical body weight and your financial state are secretly and deeply connected. Seriously, if you've ever felt completely stuck in a rut with your savings, your diet, or honestly both, you are definitely going to want to stick around for this. So, what exactly do your bank account and your body weight have in common? Well, we're constantly told that managing weight is just a strict matter of calories in, calories out, right? And that managing wealth is purely about logic, budgeting, and just grinding it out. But what if those common myths are actually totally backwards? What if the struggle isn't about logic or discipline at all, but instead there's this hidden system secretly pulling the strings behind the scenes?
Think about it for a second. Money and our physical bodies are literally the two unavoidable constants in our lives. Money is present 24/7 in absolutely everything around us. The device you're watching this on right now, your internet connection, the delivery logistics for your groceries, human labor and money are embedded in every single physical object you touch. And on the flip side, your body is also present 24/7. It's your physical vehicle. It's how you interact with and actually experience the world. You literally cannot take a vacation from either of them.
Now, according to the seminar, the real driver behind our daily interactions with food and money actually forms by the time we're about 7 years old. It's called a subconscious blueprint. You can think of it as this invisible operating system. It's a deeply ingrained psychological mix of childhood patterns, emotional responses, and sometimes even traumas. And this blueprint silently regulates exactly what we perceive as safe, normal, and acceptable for ourselves.
Because of this subconscious blueprint, we aren't actually just wandering through life with limitless possibilities, even though we like to think we are. Instead, and the entire seminar really hinges on this concept, we are trapped in these psychological corridors that have incredibly strict upper and lower limits. If you push beyond the top or drop below the bottom of that corridor, your subconscious totally panics and just yanks you right back into your safe zone. Let's use a really relatable example to explain this financial corridor. Say your normal comfort zone is around $100 a night for a hotel. You probably wouldn't stay in a $30 room, right? You'd immediately feel suspicious, you'd assume it's unsafe or dirty. That is your lower limit. But conversely, you probably wouldn't even consider a $250 room, instantly dismissing it as unnecessarily extravagant or just not for you. Well, that's your upper limit. Your brain is working overtime to keep you safely right there in the middle.
And that brings us to a massive aha moment from the seminar. These precise psychological limits don't just dictate your financial reality, they completely control your body weight too. We all have a weight corridor. There is a lower limit below which your body simply won't let you stay for long, and an upper limit that you rarely exceed, no matter how much you eat. Your weight, exactly like your wallet, is governed by a hidden subconscious thermostat.
So why on earth does our brain actually do this? Well, the answer lies in these really bizarre subconscious trade-offs. Our brains will go to extreme, honestly, almost irrational lengths to maintain our current identity and avoid outgrowing that deeply ingrained blueprint. Basically, if changing your weight or increasing your income suddenly threatens your sense of belonging or safety, your subconscious will completely sabotage you just to protect you.
To really understand why, we have to look at these strange subconscious balancing acts. Let's say you suddenly start earning significantly more than the rest of your family. Subconsciously, you might actually fear that they'll reject you for being too successful. So what happens? Your brain creates a trade-off. You gain weight or maybe develop a chronic issue. Now you're subconsciously signaling to your family, hey look, I might be wealthy, but I'm overweight and struggling. Don't reject me, I'm still one of you. Or maybe you need to feel more authoritative at work. So your body literally adds physical mass to make you feel more substantial in the room. It is absolutely wild how the mind uses the body to solve emotional problems.
And honestly, this explains why traditional diets and super strict financial budgets almost always result in that frustrating rubber band effect. When you try to force a change purely through willpower and logic, like say drastically cutting calories, you completely ignore the subconscious need for that weight. You are actively attacking your own internal security system. And believe me, the brain is going to fight back, hard.
Let's just walk through the timeline of a standard diet to see exactly how your brain fights your progress. On day 1, you restrict your calories. You feel great, you're running on pure logic. But by day 14, your subconscious senses this rapid loss of protective weight as a literal, life-threatening danger.
By day 30, it artificially slams the brakes on your metabolism. And by day 60, after you inevitably break the diet, your subconscious doesn't just put the weight back on. It actually raises your upper weight limit for future protection, literally preparing your body for the next famine.
This right here is the ultimate trap. When that protective weight is forcibly taken away, the subconscious goes into full defense mode. It tells your body, hey, they stole our armor, we need to build it back even thicker next time. So, diets actually train your subconscious to elevate the ceiling of your weight corridor over time. Crazy, right?
The big takeaway here is that you simply cannot out-logic a subconscious survival mechanism. You have to speak the language of the body. And this is exactly where the 5-minute somatic reset comes in. It's a really quick, practical technique covered in the seminar that's designed to entirely bypass logic, calm your nervous system, and help actually rewrite those deep-seated subconscious corridors.
So I want to invite you to actively participate with me right now. Think of a very specific food craving, maybe a financial stressor, or even a limiting belief you currently hold. Got one? Okay. Rate it on a scale from -10 to +10. -10 means extreme panic, like I will not survive without this food or without resolving this issue. 0 is totally neutral, and +10 is complete peace and relaxation. Take a second and just pick your number right now. Okay, got your number? Let's walk through the physical tapping sequence together. Step 1. Place both hands on your heart. Take a deep breath and state your struggle out loud. For example, I cannot live without chocolate. Step 2. Gently tap the very crown of your head while repeating that phrase, I cannot live without chocolate. Step 3. Tap the exact center of your forehead, repeating the phrase again. Step 4. Tap the outer edge of your pinky finger, right near the nail. And step 5. Tap the side of your hand, the meaty part you'd use for a karate chop, while saying the phrase one last time.
Now this whole sequence, moving from the crown of the head all the way down to the side of the hand, that constitutes one full round. The physical mechanics of this tapping, when you combine it with the honest verbalization of your struggle, actually short-circuits the emotional charge trapped in your nervous system. To complete the round, you just simply return both hands to the center of your chest, right over your heart.
All right, now I want you to just close your eyes for a second. Take a final, deep, calm breath in and out. Now check your internal score again. Notice any physical relaxation in your shoulders, maybe your jaw unclenched a bit. Notice how the extreme urgency of that craving or stressor has likely shifted upwards towards 0, or hey, maybe even into the positive numbers. By releasing these emotional blocks at the physical level, you literally begin to dismantle those invisible corridors. I want to leave you with this really empowering thought to wrap up our explainer. True change happens in the mind before it happens in the body or the bank. If you constantly find yourself hitting this invisible ceiling with your wealth, or you're always fighting an uphill battle with your weight, you have to stop attacking the symptoms, stop the crash diets, stop the panicked budgeting. Start noticing your subconscious blueprint instead. Use somatic tools to release that emotional charge and actively reshape your internal limits. Because honestly, once you change the blueprint, the body and the bank account will naturally follow. So I have to ask, what invisible boundary is secretly keeping you from your ideal wealth or health? And are you finally ready to rewrite your blueprint?